Guys, we're going to be breaking down the infamous question of whether or not you need a website for your agency. Yes or no, do you need one? Let's break that down in today's video. So guys, just before I do that, make sure that you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure, obviously, if you're new around here, do subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because I am going to be dropping a lot more videos on SMMA, business, consulting, personal branding, if you're into that sort of realm and quote unquote make money online legally, ethically, and morally as well. Make sure you drop a subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. That being said, guys, the actual discount real quick, the Black Friday discount for agent instrumentation is still on. It's still $397 to actually enroll inside of agent instrumentation. That is $100 off from the actual discounted 50% off price. So agent instrumentation is going to be releasing for $997 when it is fully complete and the actual full version is out. But for the beta version, it was $497. That was its initial release, kind of like launch release price. It's now $397, which is mind-blowing for Black Friday. The results that we've been generating is crazy. People have been coming into agent instrumentation and getting a 5x return on investment within 3 days of actually starting the program. There's been people get a 24x return on investment within like 3 weeks of starting agent instrumentation. It's absolutely been insane. So that being said, guys, there's been people closing clients in the first 2 days with agent instrumentation. So yes, this is an actual thing. You can actually jump in the program and actually reap rewards very, very quickly. I'm not trying to set unreal expectations, but it actually has happened multiple times over at this particular point. That being said though, guys, let's jump into today's video. If you do want to enroll in agent instrumentation, the link is below. I'll make it abundantly clear on what you need to click in the description. I'll probably put it in the comment section as well. So if you want to enroll, do so, because the actual discount will be ending and the deadline for that is the 1st of December 2021. That being said, guys, let's talk about whether or not you need a website for your agency. I almost said, do you need an agency for your website? Let's talk about websites for your agency. Do you need one? Now, I know that a lot of you guys are following me and you're following the hybrid system and you're using Upwork sometimes and you're using, methods outside of Upwork. So for Upwork, you don't need a website. Upwork is your website, if you will. Upwork is your website, your portfolio, the actual profile itself is your quote unquote website. So you don't need a website for Upwork if you're just using Upwork right now. But if you're trying to get clients outside of Upwork using a different method, if you will, like cold emailing people is what I'm trying to say, or like doing cold outreach, you're definitely going to need a website. 100%. There is no doubt about it. I don't know who these gurus are trying to tell you, but I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned this previously, but I know for a fact I've closed clients without a website, but that's because I was using stuff like Upwork. I've originally been using Upwork, and I know that Upwork stuff, my portfolio and stuff like that on Upwork is technically my website. Whereas if you're just coming out into just doing cold outreach, like cold emailing, and you're doing that to e-com brands and stuff like that, you're 100% going to need a website. Think about it like this. Would you realistically buy digital marketing services from a digital marketing agency that doesn't have some sort of digital online presence? That would be like a huge contradiction. So yes, I do recommend having a website. Now, that being said, I need to say that very lightly, because I know that there's going to be a guy out there saying or doing this, if you will. I should say doing this. There's going to be a dude out there, and please don't be this dude that spends like 3 months building this fancy ass website that has like scrolling animations, loading animations, lists like 7 different services that they offer, and has like all these cool branding assets and quirks towards the website. Like, guys, don't do that. I've actually noticed that the people that are actually making the most money out here in the kind of like agency space have like the blandest, ugliest looking websites. And I've actually found a correlation between ugly looking websites, aka funnels, with making money, and fancy websites with being broke. It's actually so weird that I actually have found it out, and I'm not the only person that's actually realized this as well. I believe I heard Sam Ovens actually say this previously, like a couple of years ago or something like that. So that being said, guys, don't be one of those guys that list like 7 different services. I recommend having at least 1 service, 2 at the absolute max. Obviously, you gotta have a service. Why did I say at least? Yes, you definitely have to have 1 service. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend doing more than 2 services. And those 2 services, if you're gonna offer 2 services, they should have close affinity, such as Facebook ads and Google ads. Those 2 are pretty much paid traffic, in itself. Or you could do something like Facebook ads and email marketing, because now you've got front end, back end system kind of locked in place, if you will. So that's kind of like, that's what I mean by having close affinity. Something like, I don't know, doing, I don't know, two completely unrelated services, I don't really recommend doing that at all. So if they correlate with each other and clients need them, I do recommend you can have, up to two different services. Now, when it comes to building a website, I don't want you to actually build a traditional website. I want you to build a funnel. Now, a funnel is completely different from a website. Imagine a sales letter, just like a sales letter that they used to do back in the day. I think they still do them, but have that as like a website sales letter. It should just be one page. It shouldn't have navigational buttons. It shouldn't have like a menu bar. It shouldn't have like a blog. It shouldn't have like several different services. It shouldn't have like these crazy loading animations, and it shouldn't be like overly like, over the top fancy, if you will. It should just be a clear cut. This is what we do. Watch our case study, or this is what we do. Call to action here. So what I want you to do, guys, is build a funnel. And a funnel, the way how you know you've got a good funnel is if you've only got like one of two options available when you land on your website. Either leave the website or you click down into the actual funnel process, if you will. AKA, if you go to my website, there's only really two things you can, well, technically there's three, but that's just because I'm trying to have like a catch-all, if you will. There's three things. One, you go on my website, you can just leave. That's one option. Yes, of course, that's always an option. Number two is that you go and watch our case study, and then that will take you to a call. Or you can just skip the whole case study and just go straight to the call. So it's still directing you to a call at the end of the day. Technically, it's still one call to action. Whether you watch the case study or not, it's always directed to a call. So if you can watch the case study and then get on a call, or you can just not watch the case study and just get on a call with us, if you will. So that's basically the only functionality it should have. There's no blogs, there's no articles, there's no fancy graphics, there's none of that. It's just literally straight to the point. Call to action, huge buttons as well. As you noticed, like my buttons on our actual website are very big, very pronounced, very just kind of like clear cut. That's what the difference is between a website and a funnel. Now, the reason why you want a funnel, guys, is because you are supposed to be driving traffic down into an actual call to get them on a call, so that you can actually get them on a call. Now, the traditional agency website is horrible. It has like blogs, navigational bars, menu bars, it's all over the place. I hate it when I see those websites that have like a little map as well at the bottom, where it's like our agency is located here, and I'm like, that's probably your bedroom. You don't probably have offices, and if you do have offices, probably a huge waste of money. But anyway, guys, now what I don't want you to build, I want you to build a website. So again, it has no menu bar, no blog, one clear call to action. I want you to add case studies on there as well. If you don't have case studies, you're gonna have to use a media buyer's case studies. And the only option you should have, like I said, for your actual funnel should be to book in a call, watch a case study, or opt into something of value. Like that could be a free ebook, a lead magnet, aka, or it could be a free audit, or some sort of free value, just some sort of free value that's actually going to a free cheat sheet. If you're offering Facebook ads to e-com brands, it could be a iOS 15 kind of like Facebook ad cheat sheet, kind of helping people with their ads. And what you can do is get them to opt in, and then you can have back-end email set up with something like MailChimp or Aweber or GetResponse, whatever your favorite, automated kind of like newsletter email software that is. That wouldn't be Lemlist, by the way. Lemlist and like automation email tools are different. The Lemlist is an actual automation email kind of software, but that's more for cold emails. That's more for people you don't know. Whereas MailChimp is more for like people that have subscribed to a newsletter, and you send them out, promotions and newsletter-ish stuff. So when you actually have a funnel, you want to opt people in, enticing them with something of value, like a free case study or a free cheat sheet, a free lead magnet, and you want them to actually get put into a email flow. This is very important. This high level stuff here, guys. So I don't expect most people to actually take this and run with it, but yes, you should have a funnel that actually has an opt-in, and when people opt in, they get hit up with an actual email flow, and that warms them up and builds credibility and makes you kind of stay top of mind awareness to them. And it also, shows them a lot of case studies and builds them and gets them warm basically before their call. So I do recommend doing that. Now, why on earth should you go and build a funnel or a website in the first place? Yes, I'm using the word website, but we've established already that you don't really want a traditional website, you want a funnel, but it's still a website. So we're gonna call it a website. So why do you want to build a website in the first place outside of Upwork? So first and foremost, when you're outside of Upwork, you're gonna be cold. So people want to see who you are, what you're about, see if you're established, and see if you're not just a fly-by-night operation. So your website, actually outside of Upwork, will actually help you build credibility and authority as well. And it helps you establish your brand. Not only that, but you can showcase your case studies on there and warm people up and build that authority up as well. So it does warm up your prospects because of the case studies. And again, if you don't have case studies, what you're going to have to do is use a media buyer's case studies. Again, inside of Agent Reputation, I give you the actual contracts that allows you to use your media buyer's case studies, and it has like a fair use policy that I had to create and actually get legally looked over, so it actually is legally binding and stuff like that, and you can actually use your media buyer's case studies. And this is a signed contract that basically states that you can't run off with his case studies and not actually give him some work to do from those clients that you attract using his case studies, because that would be quite scammy, if you will. Now, like I said, you can set up back-end emails so that you can actually follow up with people and stay top of mind awareness and build that authority. These are very important. When you have a funnel, you definitely don't want to have a leaky funnel. Make sure you got a pixel on there. Make sure that you've actually got an email opt-in, so when people actually opt into your emails, first of all, they get something of value to even do so. There's something enticing there. And then second of all, you need like your email follow-ups. So the email follow-ups are designed to kind of, like I said, build authority, warm them up, show them case studies, show them who you are, keep you top of mind awareness. You want to keep them to keep coming back and remembering your name in order to warm them up, if you will. That's a very, very high level and advanced strategy you can definitely have. And again, I'm pretty sure you guys know about the more touch points you have with a business, the better. So you want a lot of touch points in your emails. Now, what can you use in order to build your funnels? Now, obviously you can go about using Clickfunnels. I will put like an affiliate link in this. I don't really use this. I haven't used my affiliate link for Clickfunnels in about two years, two and a half, maybe a year and a half, 2 years or something like that, maybe even longer than that. But I will, for just this one video, probably put my affiliate link for Clickfunnels. So if you do want to use Clickfunnels, you can use that one. Clickfunnels is slightly expensive. I'll show you some other options that you can actually use. And again, just to show you again, I really don't want to push my affiliate links or anything like that, but yes, I do get a kickback if you do decide to use Clickfunnels, which obviously will help me out and whatnot. But long story short, Clickfunnels, yes, I'm coming back to Clickfunnels, if you will. I kind of was using WordPress for a while for my agency website. I'm slightly going to be changing that over the next couple of weeks, probably in December or something like that, further on in December. I'll probably change and fully switch back to Clickfunnels. I do like WordPress, guys, and it is free and stuff like that, but it's just very finicky. There is a trade-off, if you will. I do really like, if I'm being honest with you, and you guys have already seen me create videos on how to save yourself $1,000 or something like that a year, and that was my kind of like Clickfunnels versus WordPress website kind of like a video. But I am changing my mind. I do want to come back to Clickfunnels. It's just more well-rounded. It's more of a marketer's tool, if you will. I haven't found anything out there, unfortunately, that can actually beat it. Believe me, I've looked. I tried to switch to WordPress. I've been using WordPress for about a year and a half or something like that. So I haven't used Clickfunnels in a long time, but I'm actually going back to Clickfunnels because it's just so much more easier to build funnels, so much more easier to track your metrics, so much more easier to integrate emails, better to build like opt-in forms. I just found it. If you can't beat it, join it, guys, is what I'm trying to say. So unfortunately, I can't beat it, so I'm actually going back to Clickfunnels. Now, you can use WordPress. If you just want a basic website out there, it's a basic funnel, if you will, you can use WordPress to do this. I literally would just Google how to build a landing page with WordPress in 2021 or 2022, whenever you're watching this, and I'm pretty sure you will be okay with that. If you don't want to use WordPress because it is a little bit finicky, you can use stuff like Squarespace, and what's the other one called? Wix. You can use that new one everyone's been talking about. I forgot what it's completely called. There's a new cool kid on the block, if you will, one software, but they all pretty much do the same thing. So long story short, guys, I do recommend having a website. The reason why I recommend it, guys, as well, is when you do cold outreach and you have a professional domain, when you reach out to somebody and you attract their attention, they're gonna be like, who on earth is this Montel dude, and is he just full of shit, basically? Let me go and take a look at his website. And what they do is they'll have your your name, for example. Your email would be montel@companydomain.com or whatever your domain looks like. What they'll do is they'll grab the second end of the back end of your domain, and they'll put that into their browser, and that should load up a website. If it doesn't, they'll probably think you're some sort of fly-by-night operation, and that can hurt your conversion rates. Not only that, but when they do land on your website, if it's intriguing enough and you've got irresistible offer on there, such as like a free cheat sheet that you can use that's going to help them boost their ROAS by a 2x or something like that. It's a big promise, but you guys get the idea. You want some sort of very juicy title when it comes to your case studies and your your free opt-ins, kind of like material, if you will. So what you do is you have a juicy title, and if it has a juicy enough title, it will actually attract them into opting in. And if you get them to opt in, they're on your email list now, and now you're actually building a real business, because the money is in the list, as they say. So there you go. That's exactly why you want to use a website, a funnel, to be precise, if you will. So with that being said, guys, hope you've enjoyed this. If you do want to kind of like have a funnel built for you or something like that, I will probably put like a share funnel down below of the agency website that I used to use way back in the day, but I'm probably going to go back to it anyway. So I'll put that down below in this particular video. And again, agency transformation is $397. It's $100 off, but only for Black Friday. The actual deadline for this is the 1st of the 12th, 2021. So the 1st of December, this will be done. It will be over. You will never get instrumentation at this particular price ever again. It's way too low. I know it actually is way too low. And that's the thing. It's way too low. Way easy to enroll right now. So, and I don't want to oversaturate instrumentation, of course. So I'm keeping that kind of like just for a couple of days, if you will, just to the 1st of December. That being said though, guys, you can enroll in that if you want to. Link is below. That being said though, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys pretty soon. Peace.